If you see me in Rec Room, you might notice I'll always be wearing my Class of 2019 shirt. This is because I joined Rec Room in 2019, and at the end of the year, I received that shirt. It happens every year. But, Rabbit, you may be asking, didn't you say you got a Quest 2 in 2022? You know, in the video that like 20 people watched? How did you play Rec Room in 2019? Well, dear viewer, I used to play on mobile, but since I received my Quest 2, I've been playing exclusively in VR. But how good is it? How good is Rec Room on a platform that is the polar opposite of a mobile device? That's what we'll be looking at today in this installment of Oculus Guide. Also, thanks for clicking on this video and listening to my stupid mouth words. So, Immersion. How does each version of Rec Room handle immersion of the worlds created by users? Well, it's very different for both. On one hand, there's mobile, which, since it's not a brick strapped to your head, isn't the best at immersion. It's an easy win for VR, since VR is quite literally built for immersion. But mobile doesn't do a bad job, it just can't be something optimized to immerse you in interactive worlds. So, ultimately, I don't even know why I wrote this into the script, it was completely pointless. Now, gameplay is a bit of a different story. They both have their respective similarities and differences. So, mobile. Mobile's gameplay quality depends on what game you're playing. In more fast-paced games like The Rise of Jumbotron or Rec Royale, the gameplay can be terrible, as the game doesn't respond quick enough to clicks on items to warrant even playing those games on mobile. However, if you are playing a game that doesn't require quicker reaction times and smaller reaction windows, the gameplay in mobile can actually be pretty great. A game like Paintball actually works pretty well. It's the most fast-paced you can get in Rec Room Mobile without the average mobile player being at a major disadvantage. Any other game, say any of the slower-paced player-made quests, work very well. The movement system is pretty basic and is used in most mobile games with free movement. But hey, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There isn't much of a better alternative idea besides the trackpad system for mobile movement. Another cool thing for mobile is hand movements. With two little track bubble things similar to the walking trackpad system, you can move hands more dynamically and freely, even while being on a mobile device. However, when you need a complete range of movement, like in games such as 3D Charades or possibly Rec Rally, this feature doesn't do too much, but it is really cool and adds a new level of interactivity to Rec Room Mobile. Now VR. This can be very different, or in some cases, quite similar. The VR edition of Rec Room has two movement types, teleportation and smooth joystick movement. I personally prefer free hand joystick movement, as it allows me to interact more with the environment, and it helps me get more immersed in the games. I feel more tactical, I suppose, when playing paintball with joystick movement rather than with teleportation, and I know a lot of people agree with me on that. I don't really like teleportation in most VR games, as they always seem to break immersion for me. There are some good things about Rec Room's teleportation though, as it gives you the ability to piss off free locomotion players, since you can move around the map like a ninja and kill other players like you're in Assassin's Creed or something. Even with the ability to make squeakers yell at you for hacking when using teleporting, I still enjoy free locomotion more. Another piece of Rec Room VR's gameplay elements is real-time interaction. What I mean by that is when you pick up a potion, you have to actually drink the potion like you would in real life, I guess. Mobile offers no such interactivity. One of my favorite games in Rec Room is Isle of Lost Skulls, a well-known RRO quest available on every platform. I finished it a few times, but the thing that makes me come back to it again and again is the immersion. Trust me, this does have something to do with gameplay. One of the things that is so great about the immersion in Isle is the interactivity. It is so fast-paced, and so many things in the environment are grabbable and usable. On top of that, fighting the skeletons in Isle feels much more rewarding than in mobile, since you are actually going head-to-head using your actual skills. For more immersive gameplay, VR is the easy winner, but for best gameplay overall, it's a bit harder, as mobile does provide a somewhat easier to navigate experience, but after like a total of 30 seconds of thinking, VR is much more fun. It has to be the winner, and if you have a choice, easily go with VR for the gameplay alone. Now, I'm going to take a little break to talk to you about today's sponsor, Stonksman VPN. This will not provide better security. In fact, it'll make it worse. It'll make your security worse. In fact, it'll install 15 viruses. So you don't invest in this. It's about as stable as Squid Game coin. Okay, with that out of the way, I want to talk to you, you, the viewer watching from your mom's basement, about my second channel. It's called The Sober Bunny. It's named after a nickname I was given in the Tribe of Monkey Discord server. Anyways, I will upload clips from my main channel, which is here, raw VR footage, and videos that are exclusive to there, like full videos. Usually they're shorter than this one though. Link in the description. Thanks so much for 3,000 views on my Gorilla Tag iceberg. I worked really hard on it. Now, let's get back to the video. For this next part, I'm going to stray a little from comparing the mobile and VR versions of Rec Room and just straight up talking about VR. Well, mostly, as while in VR you can pretty much choose the people you play with. What I mean by that is you can choose to play with only VR players, like in the Paintball VR game. However, these VR exclusive editions of popular RROs not only require you to switch to teleportation, but it also pretty much requires you to play with screaming children. This is because, surprisingly, most of the people playing VR Rec Room are children. This is surprising because the cheapest VR headset that isn't a friggin' Google Cardboard costs $200, which that'd be the Oculus Quest 2. The only kids that have $200 are 8-year-olds who stole their parents' credit card to buy Robux, so really you should avoid the VR-only RROs as they're just filled with adolescents who think yelling, balls and calling everyone gay is funny. So, public rooms. Games that are not only for VR, but VR players with the likes of the spoiled PlayStation players who have access to the Blood Moon Quest, as well as PC players who do not exist. When in public games, the community can be more of a mixed bag. The rec center, as you all might know, is incredibly toxic and is usually filled with squeakers. I am a proud 2-year veteran of Rec Room, and still I avoid this place like the plague unless I want to complete a daily challenge that forces me to go into the vile pit of slime that is the rec center. Sorry about that, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, so the community can be like that, or it can be the exact opposite. The community can also be incredible, filled with awesome people, with only a few people who are completely mental. If you want to carefully curate the types of people you play with, here is a small guide. Okay, so our little guide here. Small games that are lesser known and have less active players usually have the more mature players that are willing to cooperate. Little known games. Except for the guy that killed every single person while I was playing the streets. Everybody. He took all the weapons, just killed everybody, but that's neither here nor there. Bigger games, mostly RROs like Paintball, do have older players, but these are mostly the mutes that are quiet because, because they're disappointed by the lack of basic common sense held by the 8-year-olds. They seem to dominate a lot of games. They do, however, dominate in numbers and, not skill, of course. So, the community is good for the most part. Bullying does happen, but it's pretty easy to mute people. So, you can just hold up your hand to them and, they'll shut up. Wish I could do that in real life, but, So, yeah. The Rec Room for VR provides the greatest Rec Room experience I can think of. It's incredibly immersive with incredible gameplay and is definitely the best social VR app there is. It's only competing with VR chat, but I think Rec Room VR is beating VR chat, at least in my opinion. So thanks for watching this episode of Oculus Guide. It's been great. Thanks so much for the growth. I've got nearly 300. Be warned, I may not upload for a while as I have a massive video project coming out. It's using my new spooky secret premium spooky secret editing software that I just got, because I can't tell you about it because it's spooky and secret. Thanks for watching. Also, I have a new tradition I'm doing where I edit Nora the dog onto an image relating to the video at the very end of the video. Here it is for this one. Gonna do it every video. Thanks for watching.